We're diving into dating and secrets on how to navigate during one of the country's and the world's biggest pandemics ever seen. Since COVID-19 was deemed a global pandemic earlier this year, the dating landscape has literally turned upside down. Singles are finding new ways of meeting potential mates and using mobile dating apps more than ever as a way to explore their options while following social distance measures. But how do you navigate in this dating era, and will it be the new normal? Since the start of the pandemic lockdown, communication on apps like Bumble and Tinder have seen conversations surge to over 25%. Messaging on apps like Hinge increased to over 30%, and Tinder saw its biggest day ever with over 3 billion swipes. According to an online survey, over 42% of singles have downloaded a dating app or signed up to an online dating website, while 27% have gone on a virtual date since the spread of COVID. In fact, virtual dates on OkCupid have gone up 700%. So joining us now to break down key tips on dating apps and more is relationship and dating expert from the hit OWN show, Family or Fiancé, Tracy McMillan. Tracy, thanks for joining me.
Great to be here.
The whole landscape has changed with COVID and all the safety protocols, but beyond the apps, what do you think is one of the biggest changes that the dating scene is experiencing?
I mean, COVID has basically turned the dating clock back 100 years. It's like suddenly dating, breathing someone else's air is a life or death situation. So you're suddenly going to be a lot more careful about who you engage with physically, where it used to sort of be hookup culture was king. And apps are a huge part of hookup culture. So now you're using apps to basically figure out whose hand you're going to hold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely very different. So what are your top tips for someone who's trying to date during these, uncertain times?
Well, I think since the point is really in COVID, you just are looking for one person that you really like and can deal with and match with. So I think you want to be more upfront about who you are, what you're looking for. When you're in a multiple people dating situation, it can be smarter to sort of hold back a lot of cards. But really what you want to do now is eliminate everybody that doesn't want the same thing you do. So it's kind of smart to just be upfront with that. I have a theory that a relationship is what it is from the very first moment. And you're never going to make it be something different. So if there's a thing missing on that first text or that first phone call, you're like, oh, the chemistry isn't right, quite there, or the intellectual connection isn't quite there, or the emotional connection isn't quite there. I think instead of in the olden days of, February, you could have given somebody a chance and had a date with them. Now you kind of don't need to go through that whole process. You can sort of swipe left and move on to the next person.
Tracy, my grandfather always says, a leopard doesn't change its spots. So I hear exactly what you're saying. Thanks so much for joining us. This is great advice. And hey guys, be sure to tune in to OWN's Family or Fiancé to see Tracy give more great advice. It's every Saturday night.